Hey everybody, it's Haley with HaleyWithTheFlair.com. We are in Stavanger, Norway, and I cannot wait to show you all the things that we did today. If you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you need help planning your next trip, check out our new travel agency channel down below. The links are there. So right now I'm filming this as we are getting ready to leave. You probably see us pulling away here in the background. It was an absolutely amazing day. We did an incredible excursion, walked around. So let's get to it and I'll show you what I did. We started off our morning by getting off the ship early. I always like to do this because I can then get really great pictures, not have to worry about taking a ton of video and photos with a bunch of people in the background. So Old Town dates back to the 17th and 18th century. You see these white wooden houses. This is going to be a photography dream if you are somebody that thoroughly enjoys taking photos. There's also different shops. The Canny Museum is located in here. You'll just see these beautiful white houses, florals everywhere. It is so, so beautiful. After we spent about 15 minutes walking around here, we walked around the harbor area. You'll see that there's a lot of excursions around here. There's restaurants. There's definitely some more commercial restaurants like a Burger King. But as you walk around here, the sights are still stunning. We headed over to where the color streets are. You're going to see a lot of street graffiti in this area. The color streets are so beautiful. Again, if you are somebody that likes taking photos, you are going to love heading over to the color street. There's a lot of very unique boutiques and gift shops in here, as well as small restaurants, cafes. We actually head back here later in the day to have lunch, but we did stop at this cafe here to have a quick little sweet treat. But like I said, if you want to take pictures in this area and not have to worry about a ton of people, definitely get off the ship first thing in the morning, because as you'll see, you will have these streets to yourselves. After walking around this area, we did head up to Velgeber. I hope I said that right. It is a famous observation tower. We did head back down to the harbor area. There's lots of street vendors starting to set up. This is also where the Stavanger Cathedral is located. You can do a lot of shopping around here. There's that Burger King. There's also a Starbucks over here. And from here, we headed over to our boat tour. Rib tours are super popular in Norway. If you find that they're full, that is because you did not book far enough in advance. If you have a Norwegian Fjord cruise, you need to book these far in advance. We booked this different type of boat, which is something that was really appealing to us. They did give you the wetsuits and whatnot that came with the excursion, and they have a wide variety in sizes too, so you don't need to worry about dressing up too warm. But we picked this type of boat because we just thought it looked a little bit more comfortable than the Ribs. The Ribs do go a little bit faster than these, but we were still definitely cruising down the fjord in this. The views are stunning, and one thing to note if you are doing a Norwegian fjord cruise is that a lot of the fjords look different. Each of them have their own bit of style. If you looked at some of the other Norway content that I have, you'll see the fjord that we sailed down prior to this looked very different. There's lots of wildlife out, lots of waterfalls, and I will definitely say one of the things that we enjoyed about this particular boat that we took in Stavanger is that there weren't a ton of people on it. It was about 10, I think maybe 12 people max fit on this boat, so you weren't kind of crushed in. You had space to get comfortable on the boat. There are bigger boats that come out and kind of do a cruising tour like you just saw here in the video, but the benefit of the Ribs and the type of boat that we were on is you can get right up in these waterfalls. I will say Olivia definitely enjoyed being soaked. She is a crazy girl. She was right up there in the front, letting these waterfalls just cascade and pour down her wetsuit. It was definitely a good thing that we had a thermal pass on board, because after we were done for the day, we did hop into that thermal spa on the cruise ship. It was a definite recommendation if you are going to be doing any of the rib boat and outdoor tours. Now keep in mind, this is August and it was still fairly cool. The weather can be very different. The highest I think we got was maybe 60-ish. We did head back to the Color Street after this excursion. We went to Happy Burger Bar, had a really good burger. If you've never been to Norway, keep in mind the exchange rate is their own exchange first off, but it is very expensive. For example, we ordered a soda for Olivia and I to split, this beer, one little appetizer, then Olivia and I split a burger because they were very big. But these 2 burgers and those 2 drinks and the appetizers were about $100. So keep in mind, don't plan on being on too much of a budget when you come to Norway, because it's going to get you in some form or fashion. But here's some little cute shops that we went in now that they were open. A lot of the shops don't open till 10, so we were able to explore a little bit before heading back to the ship area. So there are these signs for this bakery that says best cinnamon rolls and waffles. They're not lying. The cinnamon rolls, the pastries in there are biblical, and if you don't stop here when you are here in Stavanger, you're doing it wrong. Jeffrey, you need a point. Which one's your favorite? Olivia picked a favorite. Now you need to.
Fine. Fine. Mine bad. No, you're not having mine.
Alright, the Viking house, a little corny, but it was fun though. Not bad. What'd you think? One of the things I really appreciate about this port is that like you get off and you're like right in the town. It's not a haul-in, which is pretty cool. So here's a quick look at what you can expect in the gift shops. We found the gift shops on this cruise were a little hit or miss, but Stavanger definitely had the most variety. And if you didn't pack warm clothes, you can always pick some up here. I'm honestly so happy that this was our last port. I really enjoyed it. So what did you guys think of today?
Boat ride was awesome. With every
Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.